Hello, Abnormal Investigations. How's everybody doing? Man, I am fighting allergies this year. I know a lot of people are. The pine trees and the tree pollen, the grass pollen, everything, the mold and everything from the floods around here has just really been getting to me. I hope all of y'all are doing okay. We have a video coming out the 5th of June next month. It is a members only video, so if your name's not in green, you won't be able to see it, but it's kind of a thank you from everyone, for helping us out, supporting us. So on the 5th, if you are a member, you should have got a notification. If you become a member after the 5th, then you'll just have to go look underneath my YouTube channel under videos, and you will see that there is a members only video you'll be able to access if you become a member later. The Patreon is the same way. We got a lot of Patreon stuff coming out, a lot of new stuff and a lot of new photos, so there's a lot of extra content in both of those. Alright guys, let's get on to this one. I live in a camper in the woods with my husband, B, and our two huskies, C and M. At the time, it was around mid-fall, and the weather had just started to get into the nippy winter winds. My husband and I were asleep in our bed with the dogs on the ground near us. It had been raining for half a day, and the sound of it on the camper was very peaceful and relaxing. I remember it being around 4 in the morning when I was woken by the sound of tapping on the kitchen window. We always keep our curtains closed at night, especially in the woods. I ignored the tapping and fell back asleep, but soon after, I was awoken by the sound of M growling. This time my husband woke up too. We sat there for a moment, just listening, too tired to register what was happening. M, stop it, B said. But as soon as he did, the tapping stopped. I looked at B confused and a little scared as he got out of our bed, grabbed his gun, and walked toward the window to look outside. The darkness outside was pitch black, and we couldn't see anything. And that's when I remembered the remote control string lights that I had put outside just last week. I got out of bed and I walked into the dining room where the remote was on the table. As I turned them on, they lit up the camper from the outside, making a beautiful golden glow. Something caught my husband's eye outside. He took a startled step back away from the window, but didn't look away. "What is it?" I asked him, as I stepped closer to the window. He said, "I'm not sure, but I swear I just saw something run into the woods." The next morning I woke up to find it was still dark out, which is normal for this time of year. I did my normal routine of starting coffee and heading to the bathroom before getting dressed and ready for the day. I let B sleep a little longer as I went to let the dogs out. When I opened the door, I froze. On the steps of our camper were dried, muddy footprints. Reminded of the events last night, I quietly shut the door and rushed to B. "Baby, wake up," I told him. B shot out of bed, his gun in his hand before I could even think. What? I pulled him to the door and opened it again. B stared down at the steps, confused. Both dogs bolted outside, but they didn't even pee like normal. Instead, they started to sniff everything and ran back into the camper. 2 days had passed and everything was back to normal, but on the third night, M started to growl again. B and I had both woken up this time. M was growling at the door with C right behind her. B didn't waste any time. He got his gun and approached the door. I grabbed my gun as well and decided to peek out the bathroom window. I had been leaving the string lights on at night, and I could see the back end of what appeared to be a moose. It was something large. I sighed in relief. "Baby, it's just a moose." We both relaxed and tried to get M to calm down, but she wouldn't. M is one that barks and acts like a real husky, and C is the one that always is calm and quiet. So when C started to growl, I knew something was wrong. I peeked out the kitchen window. This time my heart dropped. It wasn't a moose. It was a large creature standing on its hind legs with the biggest wolf head I have ever seen. It was looking right at me through the camper. It reached up and grabbed the window and tried to open it with its hands. We screamed. The dogs went crazy, and I know the dogs are what saved us because they jumped up to the window snapping and barking. This thing actually snapped and barked back, but it was a lot louder and a lot deeper, and it smashed the side of our camper hit it hard. We then heard it barrel down into the woods down toward the creek. Before B would even say a word, he told me, "Come on." We jumped out, leaving the dogs in the camper. We jumped in the truck, which was still attached to the camper, and we drove out of there. We've never returned, and we never will. I think people need to know, when things like that happen, we should have left the first nights. What do you think, Mike? Yeah, I think that if you get something that serious that happens and you have footprints on your steps and stuff, it's coming up that close, it's better just to pick you another spot and move on. I think you're going to be better off for it, and you'll probably, you're not going to lose a dog or something if a dog was to get loose. So I think that whenever stuff like that happens, it's a good warning that don't stay a couple of more nights. Just go to another spot. I mean, there's plenty of places to go. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments. Should we move on if something happens? We can always find another spot, right?
I can see you from behind. You can hear me in your mind. Run so fast as you can go. Time will catch you before you know. Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared?